whatever it is that happens in that ring, I'll show up and I'll come out on top.
I feel like people have not even seen 30% of me.
They know what to expect. You know what to expect.
They get much bigger in this, does it?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Lights Out press conference. Now, we're here to discuss an explosive night of light heavyweight action coming this Saturday at Manchester's Co-op Arena. I'm delighted to be joined by Willie Hutchinson. Now, Willie, you're coming off. I'm good.
Good.
You're coming off a phenomenal win a few weeks ago in Glasgow.
Yes.
Tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, you know. I haven't really took much thought into it of my last fight. I've just got the job done and just I'm looking for bigger and better things. And I'm focused on what's next.
You seem very focused these days and you seem very happy. I heard a story not too long ago that when you... He's worried now.
I hope it was a good story.
He's worried now. When you were 13, you wrote a little note in a book saying that you were going to be WBC world champion. That's it.
Do you want to hear the proper story of this? Have we got time?
No, go on, tell us.
When I was 13 years old, I wrote in the first side on a book. My dad was working, I was 13. I wrote I'd become Scottish, British, European and world amateur champion. On the opposite side of the book I said I'd become the WBC champion of the world in big bubble writing. And the first side of the book I accomplished, and now I'm a very short distance away from filling my dreams of filling that book.
That's it. I mean, you're ranked number 8 by the WBC right now.
Yes.
So does it feel like you're getting closer to that childhood dream?
Yes, not close enough yet, but we're getting there, step by step, definitely.
And does it? I mean, you're the type of fighter that wants to stay active. You want to be busy. You want to fight the best fighters.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to see the light heavyweight division finally this busy?
You know what it is? It's great, and especially with Frank having us all. Now finally people start fighting each other. So I'm very happy, definitely very happy, and it's a great show. There's a couple of good matchups on, and I'm looking for the winner of either of these here on this fight.
Well, you just mentioned the main event there, and obviously you fought Buatsi in the past.
Definitely.
What do you think Parker's got to do to get the victory on Saturday?
I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest with you. Unless he can pull out something that I don't know. I don't really know what he's going to do. If you want to know the honest truth.
Guys, at the bottom of that screen just there's a QR code for you to scan. Once you scan that, you can get a say on all of our polls, which we're going to show you the results to later on in the show. Now, something else I wanted to touch on. Do you think Buatsi's loss to Smith is going to change the way he approaches his fights in the future?
Probably not, to be honest with you. I don't really know. I never even watched the fight, if you want to know the honest truth. I don't know what his mentality is. I just know maybe would have took a bit out of him. But I don't think Parker's good enough to beat him. No. Even if it took anything out of him. So...
Just, what I think. It's being billed as explosive. People are saying it's not going to go the full 12. Is that what you think?
I don't think it'll go past 3 or 4 rounds.
Really?
I really don't, yeah. And if he shocks me, then fair play to him, good luck to him, but I genuinely don't think he's going to do it.
So if he wins, if Buatsi wins on Saturday, you're going to be calling his name for a rematch?
Of course I am. That's the one I want. He's the only one I'm interested in up there. The rest of them is the good fights, but the only one I'm interested in is him. And if I can't get him, I want bigger and better. I want titles, I don't want any of it.
Well, there's another massive light heavyweight clash coming up soon in a few months' time.
Yeah.
Obviously, Yard, Benavidez.
Yeah.
What's your prediction on that one?
I think Benavidez will blow him out in 3 or 4 rounds.
Really?
I do, yeah.
And would you be calling out his name, maybe?
That's if he's still hanging about after that fight. I don't think he will be. But if he is 100%, that's a name I'm willing to fight as well.
How important is it for the British boxing fan and just for British boxing in general for us to have these domestic dust-ups like this?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's great for boxing that finally everyone's fighting each other, you know?
Yeah.
It's finally some names actually fighting each other instead of, I don't know. Everyone's fighting each other and the best will continue. The winner stays on, really, and that's what it's like. If you're getting beat, you go back to the back of the train. It's not good enough. You go back to the train, it's too hard to get back to where you need to be, so they've got to keep winning, they've got to win, haven't they? And I'm willing to fight whoever on there. But Buatsi is my main concern.
Would it be a complete disaster if Buatsi didn't get the win on Saturday?
If he doesn't get the win, then that's him. Goodbye, I'll fight Parker. Definitely.
Have you watched much of Parker in the past?
I haven't watched a lot of them, to be honest with you, no.
No.
Not a lot.
Obviously, like you said, the light heavyweight division now is really starting to get busy.
Yeah.
You seem to be a bit of a different fighter these days. You've got momentum behind you. You seem like a happy fighter. A happy fighter is a dangerous fighter.
Definitely.
So what can we expect to see in the new Willie Hutchinson?
What do you expect to see? Just greatness. I can't put it into any other words, to be honest with you.
No?
Nah. Listen, just as long as I'm happy and I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm enjoying what I'm doing, the rest, to me, to be honest with you, is all butterflies and rainbows. I'm only interested in staying happy and winning.
And how important,
however it comes.
for the young fighters out there, how important is it for young fighters to make sure that they stay grounded and they stay around people that are keeping them happy?
1,000,000%. People
Yeah.
that's good for them, not the people that's put... So sometimes you get caught up with people and you get caught up with the wrong people, don't you? And you get dragged into stuff that's not even you, it's not even your nature. It's just you can't help it. It's definitely good to be grounded and stay with the ones who's been with you all your life. And even sometimes them is no good for you. So you better just stay grounded and try and stay as happy as you can on the way of the process to do what you got to do.
And earlier you were saying, I asked you basically if you'd had a nice rest after Glasgow, and you said you haven't really rested, you've been busy.
I haven't rested. I got told I could have been fighting, so I kept myself ready for that. And then obviously it never happened, and then I just continued from there, to be honest with you.
So you're making sure that you're staying
I'm
ready for
making
any
sure
big fights?
any. Listen, this year's never happened on Saturday yet, and I'm willing enough to, if anyone pulls out, I'll be ready to rock and roll Saturday night.
You're going to have your gloves ringside ready to go?
That's why I'm here.
What about the rest of the light heavyweight division? Obviously, this show in itself has got a lot of light heavyweight action in it, but the light heavyweight division globally is really busy and it's really exciting.
Yeah.
Have you watched much of Benavidez, of Bivol? Obviously, those guys are great fighters.
Watched a bit of Bivol, not much of Benavidez, only because he fought Buatsi. So I watched them two fights, and they're very, very good men. But the one that is the one that most likely you'll be facing is Benavidez, because the other ones are getting old. They keep pushing on, they're getting old. They ain't got long enough. They ain't got time on their hands no more. You know.
Yeah.
They're getting old. They're getting old and wrinkly. Their time is coming to an end, and there's a new generation coming through. But if this is the new generation from Britain, then I'm quite happy with that, definitely.
Yeah, you're the forefront of it, and like you said, it's this stable that is so busy right now.
Yeah.
Queensberry Promotions, just like the heavyweight division, seems to be taking over in the light heavyweight division. So you must be feeling really excited to see what happens. Is there anyone on the undercard that you're going to be having your eye on?
None really, to be honest with you.
No, you feel like you're that little level above.
I'm only interested in the winners, to be fair. I'm much interested in the undercard is flying in the air.
Okay, so it's basically just Buatsi or Parker you're looking at? Yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah, you want that winner.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's it. The team are just getting ready. Our host for today is Dev Sani. He's going to be bringing us all the action from the top table. And like I said, if you're not already, have a look at our the Queensberry WhatsApp group, and that way you can take part in all of our polls, and you can decide what round you think what fights are going to finish, and we're going to show you the results of those polls later on in today's show. Like I said, I'm here with Willie Hutchinson. Willie had a dominating performance last time out.
I did.
And how was after that fight? Were you happy with your performance?
I was very happy with my performance, to be fair with you.
Yeah? Did you think it was going to go like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I did, yeah. Soften them up and get rid of them.
You were very confident beforehand, and obviously after that fight you said only big fights from here on out.
Only big fights.
That's what we like to hear.
Yes.
We're going
That's what I like to hear as well. Definitely.
We're going to hand it over to Triber, and he's going to take you to all the action on the top table.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for Lights Out, a great night of championship boxing to be held this Saturday from Co-op Live in Manchester. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors. 32 Red, Unibet, Riot Season, Global Next Trade, and That Prize Guy. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that this great event will be broadcasted live worldwide on DAZN, and tickets can be purchased through ticketmaster.co.uk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday we will be showcasing the light heavyweight division. And now let's welcome our press conference participants. First, a native of Nigeria, now fighting out of Manchester. Herwo Rechair, Ezra Arenyika, a.k.a. the African King. From Droylsden, Billy Turkish Tyson Deniz. From Birmingham, Troy Jones. From Sheffield, Liam Cannonball Cameron. From Manchester, Lyndon King Arthur. From Manchester, Brad the Sting Rea. From Swadlincote, Derbyshire, Zach Parker. From Croydon, London, Joshua Buatsi. And we welcome International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter, Mr. Frank Warren of Queensberry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I hand things over to your host, Mr. DAZN.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Thomas Schreiber. Yeah, let's get a round of applause for Thomas Schreiber. Great stuff. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Manchester, and just a few days on from a fantastic battle in the heavyweight division between Fabio Wardley and Joseph Parker. Today we turn our attention to the light heavyweights. On Saturday night, Queensberry are back at the Co-op Live for what is very simply a light heavyweight bonanza. Your main event sees the return of Olympic bronze medalist, former WBO interim light heavyweight champion, Joshua Buatsi, who makes his Queensberry debut and is really looking to make a mark on the division. But standing in his way is a man who has been lurking in the light heavyweight shadows. Can you all hear that? Is there like a sort of strange mic noise? Let's mix with that a little bit. But Zach Parker will be standing in his way on Saturday night. He's been lurking at £175, and that will be your main event. We've got a Manchester derby. We've got Blue versus Red, City versus United, the Sting versus the King. The European title will be on the line as Brad Rea takes on Lyndon Arthur. And then the return, after a whirlwind 12 months, Liam Cameron is back. He's a real fan favourite, and he steps in to replace the injured Daniel Lappin and take on a real tough test here in former English champion Troy Jones. And as if one Manchester derby wasn't enough, there's a bad blood rivalry that's been building up here between unbeaten Billy Dennis and Ezra Aranyeka, and we'll be speaking to them very, very shortly. So much to look forward to on Saturday. You can catch all the action live and exclusive on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Whose lights will shine brightest? Whose lights will dim and fade? Find out. This is Lights Out. Let's start with Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. And Frank, we've already seen the impact that Queensberry are having in the heavyweight division. We're looking around at the light heavyweights, and this is a significant night on Saturday.
It's a big night on Saturday. First of all, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester. It's a pleasure to be here, and we've got a great fight on Saturday, great fights on Saturday, and a great main event. We had a fantastic show last weekend. Heavyweights are on a light, as I keep saying at the moment, and the same is going to happen with the light heavyweight division. Some brilliant fights to be made. We've got a big show, or there is a big show in Riyadh on the 22nd, and that main event between Benitez and Lyndon Arthur, and Anthony Yard is a fabulous fight. Those two guys are in, I think, one of the best light heavyweight fights out there, and everybody sitting at this table is looking at that. All their eyes are on it. They're all looking towards that because they're jockeying for positions to get in to challenge the winner of that fight. And that's what makes it so exciting. And we've got Joshua Buatsi, who's just signed with Queensberry, fighting Zach Parker, who's been with Queensberry for a long, long time now, in a real good quality fight. These two guys know exactly what's in front of them. They want a big fight in 2026, and the winner will get that big fight. So we're going to get something special there, really special fight. And the other light heavyweight fights, all these guys sitting up here, they all know what they can achieve, what they can get to, and they're competitive fights. Every one of them is a competitive fight.
Fantastic stuff. Well, let's get into these competitive fights, and one that I'm looking forward to. I've heard so much about this. Manchester is talking about Billy Dennis against Ezra Aranyeka, and the reason that they are speaking is because, from what I hear, a couple of years ago there was an ill-tempered spar, the bell went, there were punches thrown, there were even kicks thrown, and the gym had to separate them. So let's start hearing about what happened, and let's get into it. I'm going to start with Ezra Aranyeka, and Billy, feel free to chime in if you hear something you disagree with. Ezra, tell us why this is such an important fight for you on Saturday night, and what's going on between you and Billy Dennis?
First of all, peace be upon you all. I just want to quickly say thank you to Uncle Frankie for having me on the show on Queensberry. You know, I'm happy to be back here again, fighting for the great British boxing fans. And it's a great opportunity for me, and I'm really ready to show myself. You know, Manchester is a great place for me. You know, I found boxing here in my final year of uni at the age of 21. Started through white collar, just like Fabio Wardley, and I feel that now is my time. And yeah, I have a great fight in my hand against Billy Dennis, former kickboxing world champion, I believe, undefeated boxer. The next big thing besides Ben Whittaker, I believe, 13-0, Joe Gallagher behind him, you know. It's done well, it's done good. Big task for me. You know, I don't shy away from this, from Ben Whittaker now to this again, you know, to show really what I'm about. But the problem is, as much as he's a great fighter, Silly Billy here is also a great liar. He went on a low YouTube channel interview and lied. I punched him 3 times after the bell, and that's why he kicked me. Trying to make me look like the bad guy. He's doing this for clout chasing and all that. But what he doesn't understand is, I don't care, bro. If anyone wants to make me look like the bad guy, that's fine. I'm Ezra. God knows my heart, and clean hearts always win. And that's the reason why you are going to lose on Saturday, because you lied for no reason. Jack Macy was there, Joe Iko was there, Sean Crew was there. Everyone knew that's not what happened, but it's okay. We're here now, so I'm going to, you know, teach you a proper lesson. Everyone in Manchester is going picked. Aki Karim is going picked. Kevin Murray is going picked. But what you don't understand is right now, over the past year, I'm very mean. I'm so mean now, I make medicine sick. You get that? Yeah. I'm going to show you all, listen, I'm going to show you all how great I am come Saturday night. Something beautiful is about to happen in British boxing. Trust me, I'm going to put this boy to sleep. Trust me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ezra. Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. Well done. Well done, Ezra. Well done. You're so lucky that I've not got phone signal in here, because I would have been belling Jack, Sean Crew, a lot, because I rang them all yesterday and said, are you ready for this press conference? We all know what happened in that. There's many people here on this table now who've even heard about what happened in that spar. You hit me after the bell, you kept doing it, you know, just joined boxing from kickboxing. I was with Rob, who was trying to work on keeping me a bit calm, and I kept going back to the corner and saying to Rob, what should I do? Rob said, well, we're in our gym, or let him take the piss. So I was like, alright. Round 6 went, you know, I went stuck back to touch Ezra's gloves. He hit me 3 times.
Bro, we sparred 4 rounds. What are you talking about round 6? You started boxing, you're doing 6 rounds. Man, why are you lying?
We sparred 6.
Alright, bro.
And then you're pissed off, yeah?
Alright, listen, this is why you're going to lose. As I said, clean hearts always win.
Look up.
You know what I'm saying?
Look up. You see that?
Yes, come back, bro.
You've seen it in the gym, that's why you're pissed off.
Yes, come back, you silly Billy, bro.
You seen Phoenix Camp Ceiling?
Silly Billy, that's who you are, bro.
You seen Phoenix Camp Ceiling? I live rent-free in your head over that moment, because you got put on your back and you got up with Bambi legs looking at me like, what's just happened? Because you got leg kicked, and if you want to step outside, we'll step outside, no problem.
Bro, you know, everyone knows I'm about that life, bro. Step outside wherever. Don't do that, G. You're not about that. You're
not about it, because when I asked you to step outside the gym that day, you shit yourself.
Kid.
You shit yourself that day. He's like, Sean Crew, save me. Sean Crew, save me. Don't let Billy beat me up.
Sean Crew,
don't save me.
Don't worry, there's levels to this game, man. You're going to understand, yeah?
Listen, you're known for headbutting Ben Whittaker, you sausage. That's all you're known for.
Alright, Fruitcake, shut up.
African King, fuck off.
Fruitcake, shut up.
Stick stuff there. Listen, before we move on to the other fights...
Sausage. Sorry, Dev.
Not me, Ben.
Sorry, Dev, you're alright. Absolute sausage.
Okay. Final word, actually. We'll get a prediction from both of these guys, because they're not going to step outside. They're going to step into the ring on Saturday night. Billy, what's going to happen in there?
You're going to see Ezra eating a Turkish Delight jab sandwich. That's what you're going to see. Jab butties all night. Southpaw orthodox. He's going to get it all, because he's an absolute sausage.
Final word to yourself, Ezra.
I got a prediction for you. Silly Billy with the little Willie gets stops in round 7. every blow to the head, every blow to the body. I'm going to send you to heaven. African king.
You've been standing in the mirror all week with that one, haven't you?
Tune in, yeah?
You've been standing in the mirror with them daft shades on all week, singing that to yourself. Thank you, jingle, jingle bells and all that. Absolute spud.
Silly Billy with the little Willy.
Why have you been spying on me or something? You've been peeking in the gym showers after I put you on your back.
Okay, gents, let's not take conversation
Sausage.
to there. That is a wonderful fight coming up for you on Saturday. And fellas, the rest of the fights, I'm sure you're all going to be talking up as well. But the kind of, they've set the tone there.
Sorry, boys. Just Ezra keeps running his mouth. It's not my fault. I'll let you all speak now. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Billy. Thank you very much, Ezra. Let's move to a brilliant fight between Liam Cameron and Troy Jones. And I'm going to start with you, Troy. I mean, are you going to call Liam a sausage? What's going on here? This is the man you're facing on Saturday.
Sausage. No, all respect to him, he stepped in when Lappin pulled out. I've got nothing bad to say about him, but he's in my way, and that's as far as it goes at the minute. He's in my way, and I'm going to move him out my way. When Lappin got pulled out the fight, Lee come in and told me in the room, he said, Lappin's pulled out. I said, has he? He said, yeah, they've got Liam Cameron. I said, sound. And that's as far as the conversation went. He's just another person at the end of the day, and I'm confident I can beat them all. So, I'm looking forward to getting cracking with him Saturday.
You were very confident you were going to walk through Daniel Lappin. Are you going to walk through Liam Cameron on Saturday?
Sorry, Liam, I'm going to have to walk through you now. No, of course I am. As I'm showing to Frank, that Ezra took that fight, no bother. Lappin, no bother. Liam Cameron, I just said sound. I'm happy to fight any of them. If I can't beat these kids, then I'm in the wrong game, Dev. I'm in here to fight any of them, any place and anywhere. So, Frank put names to Lee, we'll get it cracking, and I'm more than confident I'm going to do a number on him in my head. I'm going to outbox him, and I'm going to outbeat him, outfight him, and I'm going to beat him up. And that's what's going down on Saturday.
Over to you, Liam.
No chance. No, it's going to be a good fight, you know. I were always on this show, always on it. I were low at card. I thought, you know what, slip me in Lee with this Troy Jones. Don't know much about him. I know he's a tough lad. Tall, quite tall. This is the first time I've ever seen him, to be fair. Tall lad. I wish him nothing but the best, but this is a different Liam Cameron coming. I know, listen, everyone speaks on a mic and says this, that and other, but I've put the work in. I've got a dietitian, strength and conditioning coach, and a good coach over there, Pierce Gudgeon.
What's the hunger like for you now, Liam? I mean, your life has changed in the last 12 months. You've got more followers than ever. I'm sure you've done well financially as well. You're facing a guy here who's very hungry, who hasn't had that limelight yet.
I'm starving, Dev.
And the hunger, more than anything, because if I lose this fight, it stops. The big sponsorship, what's paying me monthly, this stop. This free clobber, it stops. I want to, listen, I've got to put a number on this guy, you know. Got to put a number on him. And any means necessary, I'll be coming with everything.
For you, Troy, you're bouncing back from defeat as well. You say you're hungrier than ever. You're starving. So how does that manifest on Saturday?
Listen, I've manifested this for a long time. I've sacrificed that much stuff for this fight. I was over at my wedding, I had to cancel the honeymoon. I went straight to America, left the missus. Listen, I've sacrificed a lot for this fight in particular. He's going to feel that when I'm in there with him. I've sacrificed a lot, but like I said, fair play for him for stepping in on the fight as well. He seems a great guy, doesn't he? Yeah, I'm starving, Devon. I'm going to eat him up.
Final word to you, Liam Cameron, on this. You have an opponent who is starving and probably wants some free clothes as well.
He's not getting any. Big shout out to Frank Warren for giving me another chance and believing in me.
Good stuff. Look forward to that one coming up on Saturday. Let's move to a cracker, a Manchester derby. Sting versus the King. Brad Rea defends his European title against Lyndon Arthur. And I'll start with you, actually, Brad. You are the champion, but I want to get a word from you first, because this is a huge moment in your career, biggest test so far, but one I'm sure you think you're going to pass with flying colours.
Yeah, definitely. This is the biggest fight of my career, and I think Lyndon said in the build-up, I've been at a bigger stage, I've boxed at a better level, and he's right, he has. It's a fact. Well, that's where I'm going. You know what I mean? That's the path that I'm on, and I've got to beat Lyndon to get there. He's in my way at the end of the day, and I've got a job to do on Saturday night.
And as you kind of mentioned there, you know, it's the biggest fight of your career, but it's not the biggest fight of his career. How much of a factor is that heading into Saturday?
Well, I think it's a big factor. I think it favours me. You know, I've known Lyndon a long time, and I don't know if he does still half look at me as the little skinny ginger kid that like used to come sparring when he was 20. But I'm not that same kid anymore. I'm not that, and I think deep down he knows that. But like I say, look, he's been in there with Bivol, he's been in there with Yard, but you know he's not been in there with me, and you know it's down to me on Saturday night to show what I can do.
Well, let's hear from you, Lyndon, then on this one. I mean, he thinks you still look at him as that kid. How do you look at Brad Rea?
Still a bit skinny.
Yeah, still skinny, still ginger, to be fair, but just a bit older.
You're not a sausage, though. Yeah, I won't call you a sausage. No, but look, I can't stand up, sit up here and say bad shit about Brad. Brad's cool with. If it wasn't me who was fighting, I'd probably be supporting him. So he's just convinced himself that I'm not hungry anymore, and he's going to have to show me that on Saturday, and I'm excited to get in there.
And what about this whole kind of idea that he is the hungrier fighter? He's not been in a big fight like this. You have. You've seen that kind of top of the mountain. That seemed to irk you.
Yeah, but I've not, though. I've not seen top of the mountain. Cause I've been in big fights, obviously, but I've not come out victorious in them, and I would like to still get back there. I still think I've got at least a few years left in this game with big fighters, you know. So as for me not being hungry, well, you know, look, take from it what you will. It is what it is. But Saturday we'll find out.
I think it's the first time, Lyndon, that you're facing a guy who's really coming up. You've either been at the same level or you're the guy coming up. I think you're 7 years older.
Yeah, but I'm coming off a loss, and I'm the challenger. He's the champion, so I'm penning no business with that.
Underdog as well with the bookies. Were you surprised with that?
I know. Well, you know, like I said, it is what it is. Saturday we'll find out why they've done that. Maybe they know something that I don't.
They do.
Sausage.
Brad, you did say to me when I came to visit you up in Blackpool that you feel you can stop Lyndon on Saturday night. Is that just a good thing to say, or do you really think you can do what only Anthony Yard has done?
No, I do feel I can do that, and look, it's not having a dig at Lyndon. I can feel on my day, if I land in the right place, I feel I could stop any light heavyweight. You know what I mean? I really do believe that. And I'm the type of fighter. I don't do boring, you know, 12. I don't want that. I want to come. I'm a boxing fan before anything. You know what I mean? Before this is my job. I love sitting at home on a Saturday night and watching good fights. So I want to be in good fights. I know what the fans want to see, and you know, I feel like fans want to see knockouts. So I'm coming to try and knock someone out. That's the aim of the game at the end of the day. And like you say, if that happens, afterwards I'll feel bad because I'm a nice guy, and you know what I mean. I'll go back to being a nice guy. But for them 12 rounds, it's no emotion. None of that matters. I've got a job to do.
Lyndon, what has the City versus United element added for you?
Just adds a bit of fun, doesn't it? United are coming back, by the way. It's 3 in a row we've won. The guy's getting his haircuts. That just adds fun to it, doesn't it? Obviously, I believe the sky's red. He believes it's blue. It's up to me to prove that it's red.
Well, Brad, I know I've read a few articles out there as well. I know there's a bit of emotion going into this fight as well for you. I can see Paul speak here. Ricky Hatton was a big part of your career. Big Blue, I'm sure that's added a lot for you.
Yeah, 100%. And look, it's terrible to hear the news about Rick. But you know, I want to try and do him proud. And I've said a few times, but he would not let me live it down if I got beat off a red. Like, he wouldn't. It'd be on my case. He'd be giving me stick. So, look, I've got that in the back of my mind. I can't get beat off a United fan for Rick.
Good stuff. Well, best of luck to both of you. European title on the line, Lyndon Arthur, Brad Rea. Let's move to this main event and the return and the Queensberry debut of Joshua Buatsi. Taking on quite a stern test here. Zach Parker is hungrier than ever. And Zach, I'm going to start with you because we just had a chat out there. We've talked a little bit in the build-up. This feels like a fight where you can change your life on Saturday. What's going through your head?
Yeah, 100%. This is a massive fight. 1,000 other boxers who jump at the chance to be at this place. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've put a lot into this training camp, and like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. Headlining in Manchester, a lot of DAZN. I'm buzzing for it, really.
Joshua Buatsi is a big favourite with the bookies. How does that affect you? Do you think about that? Do you enjoy that?
That's all just outside noise. Don't affect me whatsoever. I've just got to go in there and do a job.
Well, let's hear from Joshua Buatsi. And at the launch press conference, all the interviews, you were asked, are you excited? You said, not really. It's really far away. It's not far away now. 2 days to go. Are you excited?
No, I'm excited, Dev. And firstly, good afternoon to everyone. Appreciate you all coming out. The press was, I think, 2-3 months out, so I wasn't that excited. But now we're less than 2 days away, so I'm ready for it.
How much pressure are you putting on yourself for this fight?
That's what you said, Dev.
Are you not putting pressure on yourself?
Might be. Yeah, but that's what you said. It's a fight that I know I must win. A fight that I've prepared very hard for, and I'm looking forward to.
A lot of fighters make drastic changes when they bounce back from a loss. Have you made many changes at all?
A few.
Care to share?
Nah.
Zach, what are you thinking here? I mean, a big moment for you. You're up now at 175 pounds. We've not seen you so much at that weight before. What is 175 pounds like for Zach Parker?
Yeah, obviously it's a new weight class for me. Only boxed at this weight class once, but I feel like I've proper grown into the sport. I was a massive super midweight, but yeah, like I say, it's a bit easier to make the weight of this weight, another half stone. But yeah, look at this whole card. It's a massive division at the minute, especially in Britain, and there's no better place to be in Queensberry and with Frank Warren.
What sort of fight are you expecting, Josh, on Saturday?
As I've said, a fighter that's ambitious makes him dangerous. So Parker seems very ambitious, so he'll be a dangerous fighter. And it's for me to go out there and to handle business.
Are you looking to send out a bit of a reminder to the world what the hype was all about?
I wouldn't say a reminder, but I'm looking to go out there and to win.
Zach, can you knock out Joshua Buatsi on Saturday night?
I believe if I can knock anyone out, if I land with the shots I think I'll land with, I can knock anyone out. Not just Josh Buatsi, any of these guys up here. But if it comes to a 12-round fight, I'm ready for that as well. Like I say, I put a lot into training, and I'm hungry. I'm really hungry. I've got another baby on the way. I need to provide for my family, so this is what I'm looking forward to. And obviously, I think it's a must-win fight for both of us. The winner goes on to fight in these massive fights.
We've got a roaming mic here to get some questions from the media, so I think we're going to do that now. If you just introduce yourself before you ask your question, that would be great.
Yeah, question for Josh. I know you've fought many fellow Brits, whether that be Callum Smith, Willie Hutchinson, etc. But where do you rank Zach Parker in kind of regards to the rest of the Brits you've fought in your career?
Currently, I put him number one. He's the next guy that I have to beat to keep moving forward. So for me, he's number one.
Question?
Yeah, Jonathan Ringwalk Media. Frank, the Lyndon Arthur and Brad Rea fight is a huge fight for both fighters. The winner, are you going to put them up into the world level fight next?
Well, that's what they're all here for. You know, this light heavyweight division, we're investing in it heavily at Queensberry. We believe in all these guys, and that's why we've made why the matches we've made have been done. They're competitive fights, and the winners will go on. And it's not the end of the world if somebody gets beat. If they're in a good fight and they give their best and they get beat, we don't just say see you goodbye. You know, some of them are sitting here who've got losses on their cards. You know, they're fighting for their futures. They're fighting for the right to fight for the world title. That's what everyone at this table is here for, and we will deliver for them. The winners of these fights, they'll go on to bigger and better things, and then the other guys are going to try and come back again. But the main event is a cracker of a fight. It's a cracker of a fight. You know, these two fights with, you know, Brad and Lyndon, Manchester Derby, light blues against the Reds, and I must just tell you, there's only one red team at the moment. 4 points clear, just to remind everybody. But it's a great fight, and you know, it's what boxing's all about. They believe in each other. There's respect there for each other, but they believe in themselves, and they're going to go out there and put performance on and show what they're all about. Every fight here is a cracker of a fight.
Jolie here for Fight Hub TV at the back. Frank, how quickly do you think you can get the winner of the main event into a world title shot? And will you be having your eyes on the winner of Benavidez and Yard?
Of course, and what will happen, I believe the winner of this fight, the main event, will go into a number one and become a mandatory challenger. So it will just make itself happen. And that's what this is all about. You know, we've done a good job in the heavyweight division. Just see a fabulous fight this weekend. The best fighting the best. We're doing the same here. And we're making sure these fights happen. We get behind the winners, we get behind the losers. But the winner of this fight, this main event, will get everything we can do at Queensberry to make sure he gets a shot at the world title.
That's the last question, Dave. Okay, no more questions from the media. One final thing to Zach Parker and Joshua Buatsi here. Zach, what will the world be saying about you on Saturday night?
They'll just be shocked. Like you say, I'm an underdog with most of the betting things, so yeah, I'm ready to shock the world.
And Joshua, final one to you. Queensberry debut against an opponent ready to shock the world. What will the world be saying about Joshua Buatsi on Saturday?
Different one. They wouldn't be shocked. It's going to be more of a nod of, all right, cool, we see you.
We see you indeed. Well, that concludes the press conference. We're going to get some face-offs down the front. Of course, we'll be live Saturday night on DAZN. Do not miss Lights Out.
Now, there was a little bit of needle in that press conference, wasn't there? Did you expect that?
Say that again, sorry.
There was a little bit of needle in that press conference. Did you expect that?
Do you want to know the truth? I was sat here, right, but I never listened to much of it.
Well,
if you want to know the truth.
Just to fill you in.
There was not much drama at all. The start was a bit of drama, wasn't there?
Yeah.
They were back and forth, but I don't even know who they are.
Well, there was a little bit of sausage thrown around. There was some fun.
Yeah.
There was some sparring stories.
To be honest with you, lately I've been flinging the same word about a little bit, you see.
I think they took that one from you, to be fair.
They took it from me, didn't they? They stole it. It's definitely good. The main event is and the Lyndon Arthur and Brad fight. That's a good fight.
And also, it's also good to hear Frank say, listen, it's not the end of the world if one of these guys loses. As long as it's a good fight, as long as they perform, they're back on the stage. That's great, isn't it?
You know what it is, though? I understand all that, but when you lose, you're back at the back of the train, man. Mm-hmm. You got to win no matter what it is or what it costs. You win and move on. Because when you go back that little step back, sometimes you just go a bit too far in it, and it's very. Maybe for a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, but when you're starting at their age, they're 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's very, lose and then you haven't. No,
you don't want that. You got that winner's mentality.
You just got to win, and that's it. Simple as, definitely.
Yeah. We've got Dev with us now. He's come down from the top table. He's here to have a look at those face-offs. I'm looking forward to this first one, I've got to say, after that press conference.
I think we might need, we definitely need security up there for that one. There was talk about stepping outside, there was talk about kicking, there was talk about sausages, there was all sorts. In fact, I actually do need to apologise for some of the language used at the start of the press conference there. It went to places I wasn't sure it would go to, but interesting stuff up there.
Willie, just to mention that, they were talking about sparring stories.
Yeah.
One of them was saying they had the other one over, the other one had something very different to say. Does sparring matter?
It's a meaning to an end. I mean, listen, as no one had more harder spars than myself, you know. I've had more harder spars than anybody, so I know what it feels. It's a load of rubbish, to be honest. It's all what, if it's the work's done, it's what's on the night, it counts. Definitely.
Let's now have the fighters face off. Our first two competing Saturday in a scheduled 8-round light heavyweight contest. Let's welcome Herwo Richer, Ezra Arenyaka, a.k.a. the African King, and Billy Deniz, the Turkish Tyson.
Well, this is a fantastic fight here. The Turkish Tyson, and there is a flashpoint.
What happened?
There was a slap there.
Man, who on earth?
What appeared to be a slap.
I'm not sure if there was something in his hand there, but we knew this was going to kick off. We thought this might happen.
Well, Billy Deniz has been held back.
I feel at home now. This is fantastic news.
Willie's enjoying it. On the way to the press conference this morning, we actually said to the team, it's been a while since we've seen mayhem at one of the press conferences, but it's here today.
I knew that was going to happen. As soon as they came in together like that, after the press conference they had, there was going to be something. And it's a good thing there is security up there now. It's Billy Dennis, just sort of feints a punch. But
I don't think we're going to get too much of a face-off out of them now.
No, I don't think they'll face off at the weigh-in. Because of what's happened here, I think at the weigh-in they'll just be sort of kept apart. Because you don't want to pick up a cut, you don't end up, the fight getting cancelled because someone's taking things too far.
Listen.
Our next two fighters facing off, competing Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest for the vacant WBA Intercontinental Light Heavyweight Championship. Let's welcome Troy Jones and Liam Cannonball Cameron.
Here we go. Now I'm really looking forward to this one. These two are two real fan favourites. Obviously, we know Liam Cameron because of his 2 fights with Ben Whittaker. He definitely hurt himself some fans there. And then we've got Troy. He's a real Manchester favourite. I'm really looking forward to it.
I love his silver and gold too. I love it, mate. He's a lovely man as well, isn't he?
He's a lovely man. He's had a whirlwind 12 months. Those 2 fights with Ben Whittaker. As I mentioned to him at the table there, he's got more followers than ever. He's made good money out of those fights as well. So I do wonder about the hunger, because he is facing someone in Troy Jones who is very, very hungry.
He is, but I'd like to think that he's going to use this opportunity to propel his career, because like you said, he's earned himself a load of fans. So let's see how far he can take his career now.
Our next two fighters facing off, competing Saturday in our chief support, scheduled 12 rounds for the EBU European Light Heavyweight Championship. Let's now welcome the challenger, Lyndon King Arthur, and the defending champion, Brad the Sting Rea.
Here we go. Now we've got a real Manchester derby here. We've got the blue and the red. There's a bit of light-hearted banter there. They obviously know each other from around the gyms in Manchester. They've sparred before, but make no doubt about it, both men are going into this fight knowing that they cannot lose.
It's interesting, they have sparred before, but that was a different version of Brad Rea, and I think he brought that up at the press conference as well. He said, I'm not that kid anymore that you sparred all those years ago. He's a big light heavyweight now. He is the champion, and it's a tremendous Manchester derby on Saturday.
Willie, if for whatever reason you don't get the winner of Buatsi Parker, if Lyndon wins, is that a fight that you'd be interested in?
1,000,000%. I'll take the winner of these two. Definitely, yeah. But obviously, I want the main one. If it doesn't happen, I'll fight them two. If it doesn't happen, I'll fight the one down and the one down.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event this Saturday, live worldwide on DAZN. 10 rounds scheduled for the vacant WBO International Light Heavyweight Championship. Let's now have the participants face off. Zach Parker and Joshua Buatsi.
Here we go. Now this is the big one. I'm really excited about this one. After Buatsi's last fight, genuinely, in my opinion, the best fight of the year, I'm just so excited to see him out again.
It's a light heavyweight versus a middleweight. Can you not notice that already?
There is a bit of size difference there, but I was interested how Parker was saying he was a huge super middle. So he seems to think that he's fitting into this weight nicely.
Just have a look. They're two different men.
Well, I look forward to seeing him on the scales at the weigh-in, because he always was a big super middleweight. Zach Parker seems to be established here now, or he thinks he is anyway. But Joshua Buatsi, just business. Even that presser, it's very short, very sharp. He's here to do a job. Let's see if he can.
Yeah, he's pretty stoic. He doesn't give much away. But he's a world-class fighter. He's a world-class fighter, and you can't deny that this is a step up for Parker.
Yeah, there is the feeling that it is Zach Parker most certainly taking the step, and he's in a situation. I was speaking to him out the back. Obviously, he built up to that John Ryder fight, a real pivotal moment in his career where he could have changed his life. He didn't change his life. It kind of went like that after. and he's putting the pressure on himself to change his family's life on Saturday night.
I mean, that's the truth of the story, that's the truth of boxing. Ultimately, you get to a certain age, you get to a certain point in your career where realistically you can't have any more losses. And like you said, Parker's career has been very stop-start at the beginning of his career. Big things were expected of him. Now, obviously, with Buatsi, he won that medal at the Olympics. His career has slowly gone up and up and up and up. He had that phenomenal fight with Smith, and although it may have won him a lot of fans, he has to now reassert the fact that he still belongs at that world-class level, right?
How good is he? How good is Joshua Buatsi, Willie?
He's a very good man, yeah. He's a good man. He's not great, but he's good. He's good at what he does, and that's why he's in the position he's in just now, you know. But he's not getting younger, and last couple of fights take a bit out of him.
Well, I think he's going to join us and jump in here for a chat. Joshua Buatsi, one half of the main event, of course, on Saturday night, takes on Zach Parker, WBO international title on the line, and these belts, these rankings, they all matter because what he wants to do is become a world champion, and hey, he needs to come through on Saturday.
He does. This is the thing, you know, all of these guys are looking at world title honours, and this is a very, very, very busy weight division. Josh, how are you feeling after that?
Not too bad, thank you. Happier not to have seen Hutchinson.
Your friends all over again now. Josh, tell us how you're feeling. We're a few days away. How's camp gone?
It's been well. It's been a long camp. The weather's been good in camp, so coming here it's a bit like, what's going on? But it's been alright. Not too bad.
Great. There's one thing I wanted to touch on. I don't want to go over it too much, but obviously your last fight, as much as it was a phenomenal fight, it was your first loss. After a loss, are you approaching your fights any differently than you were before?
Yeah, we've had to make a few adjustments. My coach said to me, no general goes to war to get the same result. We're going to change things, you know, so we've made a few changes.
Now, I'm not even going to bother asking you what you're thinking about after this fight, because I know you refuse to think about after the fight. You only think about your opponent.
What do I think about my opponent?
No, you only think about your opponent. But could we just get your thoughts on another fight that's coming up in the light heavyweight division, and that's Yard and Benavidez?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good scrap. I didn't have much to say about it, but a fight that I did tune into before my fight was Hutchinson and
Mark Jeffers.
Jeffers, yeah, it was a good fight, good win, bro. Congrats, man. And as much as I watched that fight, the main message was from this guy saying that I'm next and he's calling me out. Yes. But I've got business to handle in a few days' time, and then, you know,
it's your time.
Thank you, bro.
Exactly what you're saying. And this is your show, it's nothing to do with me. Get the job done.
For sure.
Let's get that rematch on.
Alright, bro. I hear you, man.
I would love it.
I hear you,
definitely.
It's really exciting for boxing fans, but it must be even more exciting for you fighters to finally see the light heavyweight division as busy as it is right now, right?
Yeah, no, there's usually two good fighters in each country, but they never ever fight each other. So it's good that I've boxed a few of them, Hutchinson's boxed a few of them as well. I've got one this weekend, and hopefully we can all retire and say, do you know what, we're all from England and we fought each other, so I'm looking forward to it.
Does it bring a little something special, a little something extra when it's an all British dust up?
It does, man, it does, because we're from the same country. You want to be number one.
Exactly.
And as much as I can't comment too much on that, what I can comment on is that when you fought someone and you share 12 rounds with them, there's respect there. So believe it or not, I'm not in the best of mood, but I'm happy to see this guy, I'll be honest.
That was interesting, because I wasn't sure how this was going to go because of the build-up to your fight. So it's nice to see that there is respect here.
What you said, it's a sign of respect. Before you've done 12 rounds, it went to... But that's life, and that's in general. And I have a lot of respect for this man, and you are a good fighter.
Appreciate that, bro.
And this is your weekend.
Yes, sir.
So
Thank you, bro.
I don't want to say...
Thank you.
It's your weekend. Get the job done.
Thank you.
Definitely. And you should get the job done.
I will do, bro.
And I'll be waiting on you.
Yes, sir. I'm ready for that too, good.
What did you make of Zach's energy up there? I noticed you didn't go straight in for a handshake. Some fighters do that at the very jump, but you did it at the end.
That means nothing, though. Yeah, what happens in the ring is what matters. Not too much looking into how he is. It's more about myself and what my mindset is saying.
And yourself is the best Joshua Buatsi right now.
I'm in good spirits, man, for sure.
I'm excited, Ruth.
I'm really excited. Listen, like I keep saying, the word that people keep using for this show is explosive. It's explosive, right? I don't think a lot of people expect this fight to make it to the 12th round. Are you going to give us any prediction of if you think this fight's going to finish early?
It's one that I'm going to win. And I've echoed a lot of times. Really, it's about winning. How you win matters, yes, but when we go on the stats and we see who won and who lost, just make sure that W's next to your name.
That's it. Josh, you are always the ultimate professional. It's been so nice talking to you. I cannot wait until Saturday. We're going to bring Frank in now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, Josh.
Brother, get the job done.
That wasn't on
we're
camera,
not bringing
was
in
it?
Frank.
We're
Frank looks
bringing
a
in
little
Liam
bit different.
Cameron.
We've got Liam.
How you doing, Liam? Hey, it's good to meet you. How you doing?
Fine, man.
I got a lot of respect for you, brother. Honest, massive.
Lovely that,
So these two are good friends then. So Liam,
I've never met him.
You've never met him?
But I'm telling you now, you've got my heart, anyhow. Zanya, and I want to see you do well.
Thank you very much.
And you deserve it. Very good. Love
Liam, how does it feel to know that this is what happens? You've won over a load of people. You've got a load of new fans. How does that feel?
Amazing. Willie's a great fighter. Great fighter. Do you know what he inspired me? When he boxed Craig Richards, I didn't give him a chance, and honestly, and I thought if he can do it, so can I. I swear to God, when I was boxing Ben, he made me believe.
How important is it to have the respect and the admiration from your fellow fighters? Obviously, you've got the media talking all the time, you've got fans talking all the time, but to hear that from two fighters, that you've got each other's admiration, you've got each other's respect, how much does that mean to you?
Good. I'm not into this press conference stuff and that. I don't like it.
That's why I love him though.
Do not like it.
Because it is what it is. There's me. I can say something. He can say something. What does it really mean? Fight on Saturday. Let's see. It's a meaning to an end, isn't it? Sorry. It's a meaning to an end. That's why I respect him so much, because there's not many people like this. Well, you take what you want from any of this here, but it's all a meaning to an end. It's what's meaning is getting the job done, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Just said to me, listen, Liam, stay at home.
Yeah.
Don't do this, I'll be buzzing.
Well, we're all really excited to see you get in there on Saturday. When you picked up the phone and they said, listen, we need you as a late replacement, what went through your mind?
Thought, great, double money, same level of opponent, let's go.
That's interesting, you say same level of opponent, but I don't think you knew too much about Troy Jones, right? So you're just assuming it's the...
That guy who we were going to fight before has had 8 losses, but 8 losses to great fighters. So, like, I was supposed to beat him. I want someone what, like, gives me, like, that bit of scaredness. I don't want to be, like, favourite. I want to come and destruct it. You know
so that's when we see the best version.
Exactly what he means. Yeah. But you know what it is, right? I'm not dissing anything, or I'm not that person anyway. But I've never heard of this man. I haven't heard of the other men, the one before you, and I genuinely haven't. So, I don't even know what I'm getting at, really. What I'm basically getting at is...
It's a great fight, presumably.
It's a great fight, but you've got... Just go in and get the job done, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I've heard a lot more of you, anyhow. They're probably most of them here.
No,
I love it, mate.
Liam is me to come over sparring, but obviously at the time I couldn't do it. Remember?
I can't remember. Where?
In Spain, you said, "Come on, Liam."
Did I?
Yeah, free little holiday
I
sparring.
think I did.
Yeah. I nearly got snorkel out. Nearly did.
Nearly got the snorkel out. Well, we're all very excited to see you in that ring on Saturday, but we're going to let you go now.
Thank you.
We're going to get Frank in. Thank you, Liam.
Best of luck, Liam.
Liam, I wish you all the best, but honest.
Love Frank.
You got an egg on?
Huh?
You got any eggs or bacon?
I haven't.
Here we go.
They
We've
would
got
be
the
nice,
one
though.
and only Frank on here with us now. Frank, how are you feeling after that press conference?
I'm quite thrilled. I mean, look, they're really good quality fights. Light heavyweight divisions are light. It's a light. Got a man here who's also, you know, he'll be fighting again we'll be announcing hopefully next week.
Yeah.
He's going to be in action. Great performance last time out. It's on fire. Big fight in Riyadh on the 22nd. You know, we've got that. Benavides going in with Anthony Yard. A lot on the line for obviously for Anthony Yard. And all these guys, every one of them are looking to these fights. They want to fight the winner. That's where we're at. And we're making it happen. We're making the best fight the best.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about.
How fun is it, Frank? Because it must be fun to have this kind of stable of fighters, all the heavyweights, all the light heavyweights, and you get to make these incredible fights that for years maybe we wouldn't have got, but now we can. We get these amazing fights. How fun is that for you?
It's great for me. I'm an old geezer, aren't I? I am enjoying myself, and I'm enjoying the fights. I mean, they're fabulous fights, fabulous card, fabulous fights last Saturday. Amazing fight, the main event, and this will be the same thing here. There's a lot of pride at stake with
I mean, with all fighters, obviously, there's a lot of pride and they all want to be the best, but you can see they know how important these fights are. You know, the main event, they got one loss apiece, these two guys. One's going to go on to have a really big fight in 2026, probably in the first 6 months. And the other guy's going to have to regroup and come back. So that's how it's important, and this is at the top level. All of this is at the top level. All they got to do is be in the gym, train hard, and we make sure the opportunities happen. Listen to that.
Exactly.
In the gym, train hard.
I am.
Queensberry very much home of the light heavyweights. As we've got a graphic here that has been doing the rounds a little bit. These are the light heavyweights right now. So much brilliance at 175 pounds fighters that Queensberry are working with. And Frank, just wanted to speak there a little bit about Zach Parker. You've been working with him for a few years now. Down at super middleweight, didn't go his way, but up now at light heavyweight, he sounds hungry, Frank.
Well, he looks, he's you know, he had a real good, he did well at super middleweight, got into the #1 spot, and he had that big fight and busted his hand up, and that set him back quite a bit. He struggled to make the weight. He's quite a big guy. He's now settled down at light heavyweight, and we'll see what he's got. Each fight he's got a little bit better, but this is now he's stepping right up to the plate, and you're going to see what he's all about. He knows how important this fight is. This for him has got to be a must-win fight, and the same for Josh Buatsi. They're must-win fights. But I spoke to Zach after. He said it's the best he's felt. So you're getting the best version of him, we hope.
Do you know what was interesting on that graphic we just had up? In the middle, there was Joshua Buatsi. Right next to him was Anthony Yard. I can't believe that fight hasn't happened yet. Are we going to see that at some stage, Frank?
Well, you don't know, do you? We'll see what happens. Listen, they've both got Saturday. Josh has got a massive fight, and Anthony's got a massive fight on the 22nd in Riyadh. We'll see what happens.
And how delighted are you to get Joshua Buatsi on board? It feels like he's been attending shows, Queensberry shows over the years. You've been around him, but now he's finally your man.
I'm pleased he's on board because it helps us make these fights. You know, there's no favouritism with this. We're making the fights. You know, the best to fight the best. They're getting great opportunities to earn big money. That's what this is all about. And it's not the end of the world if somebody loses a fight either.
That's something that I noticed, and that's something as a fan is so great to hear, because it felt like for years when a fighter lost, they would just disappear and they'd get disregarded, and a lot of fighters wouldn't take fights because they were so scared of losing. So to hear now that you're saying, you know what, if you lose, it ain't the end of the world. You can come back as long as you put on a good performance. So it really does feel like we're in this new generation of boxing. And
it's not the end of the world losing a fight. You know, guys can come on and come back. We've seen that happen with lots of fighters. It's not the end of the world. It's about staying true to yourself. It's about, you know, being in there, you know, giving. If you fight, there are a lot of boxers are very talented. Talent gets you there. Dedication gets you here. That's really the difference. That's the difference. It's great talent. I mean, I can think of a couple of fights. I won't embarrass them naming, but a couple of fighters over the years that I was with, and one of them in particular, who wound up doing anything at the top level, who I thought was going to be the best fighter I'd ever seen. I'd ever been involved with a British fighter. And he just peed it away. Just did not dedicate himself. See now, Mitchell Smith last week. Yeah. You know, last Saturday, Mitchell Smith. I mean, he won Boxing Writers' Best Prospect and Best Fighter of the Year and Prospects in the Future, and just threw it all away. And now he can come back at a later age now and had a win over the weekend. If you're not in there, if you can give that bit more and you don't give it, listen to me, you don't give it. That's the thing.
I feel like he's talking to me.
He's talking to you, really.
And if you've got that in there and you don't give that bit more, that's how much you can lose the fight.
You can take it from here to there.
Everything.
You're 100%.
Young fighters, make sure you're listening to Uncle Frank. Now, at the bottom of that screen, you've got a QR code. Make sure you scan it. You can get a say on our polls. And you can find out what everyone is thinking about these great fights on Saturday night.
And 5v5.
I love this, by the way.
5v5. It's a little...
Hey, he's good at a 5v5, so are you, Frank.
What's the likelihood of us getting another one of those? Because I know we're desperate to see it.
We're in the business of 5v5.
This is making my ears tingle.
Can you imagine the fights we can make?
Exactly, 100%.
It'd be pretty special.
Just send the best one of these, Frank. Just send them my way.
That's what you're here for.
Exactly.
Good.
I said the same thing.
Frank, just while we've got you, we're a few days removed from a brilliant heavyweight fight between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. Your reflections on that and what happens next?
Well, it was just an unbelievable fight between two. You got total, warriors, gladiators, who gave everything. I mean, they left everything in the ring. Both of them did that. It's a bit of a Cinderella story as far as Fabio's concerned, when you look at his background and what he's come from with no amateur experience, and stepping up a level every time he fights, learning on the jobs. And he's done brilliantly. He's done brilliantly. And for Joe Parker, who was ranked number 2, who was the number 2 heavyweight in the world, here come again. I've already corresponded with him. He'll want to come back and fight, and we'll make fights for him. Maybe be a rematch down the road. Who knows? They're great fights to be had. But at the moment, the deal is that Usyk has to defend his WBO title against Fabio. We're in negotiations. If we can't agree terms, it'll go to purse bids. Whoever wins that purse bids will determine where the fight takes place and the date. And contracts will have to be signed, and then Mr. Usyk will either sign it or he won't. If he signs it, we've got a fight. If he doesn't, then Fabio will be kept declared champion and he'll fight somebody else.
So he'll be upgraded from interim champion to full champion.
Correct.
Fantastic. What a story that would be. If we do see Fabio Wardley against Usyk, we talk about the experience disparity between Wardley and Parker.
21 fights with no amateur experience.
It's the greatest story ever told in sport, right?
I mean, and what is it? 21 fights and it's 19. Is it 19 knockouts?
Yeah.
19 knockouts. Learning on the job.
The highest knockout ratio in boxing, isn't it?
It's right up there, Ruth. It's right up there.
Yeah.
But tremendous.
It is. Another fight that I would be fascinated to see, it nearly happened but we didn't quite get there, would be Parker and Dubois. Obviously Parker's going to be taking some time to rest now. That's it. How likely are we to get that kind of fight?
If we could make that, I'd make that. That's a good fight. As we say, we didn't get it in Riyadh because obviously Daniel was ill and the doctor wouldn't let him fight. We would make the fight. It's a great fight. Why not?
Well, we've got some WhatsApp poll results. Thank you so much for everyone who's been taking part over on our WhatsApp group. And the question was, what round will Buatsi v Parker end in? And by and large, people see this as a distance fight. What do we think here? 43% think that this fight will go the distance on Saturday night. Frank, what do you think? Do you agree? Will it go the distance, or someone going to get it done?
Listen, I'll tell you, it's a competitive fight. And as we see last week, because you're an underdog, don't mean that you're not going to win a fight. Anything can happen with these guys. At the level they're at, anything can happen. That's what I like about it. These fights that we're delivering, which you're watching on DAZN, are good matchups. They're good fight cards, good fights. And the same thing will happen this Saturday. It's going to be such a competitive fight.
Can't wait.
That's it. You heard it here first, guys. Make sure you're tuned in. It's going to be an explosive night of boxing. So many light heavyweight fights on the screen. It will all be on DAZN, and we'll see you at the weigh-in tomorrow.
Whatever it is that happens in that ring, I'll show up and I'll come out on top.
I feel like people have not even seen 30% of me.
They know what to expect. You know what to expect.
They get much bigger than this, does it?